So today's warm-up again, writing expressions, substituting in for the variable, and simplifying that expression. So today we have Sarah who went to the mall with some friends. And of course she bought some clothes, and we're presuming, even though it doesn't say it, is that she spent money. Because then what happens is that we compare how much Manny spent and how much Ashley spent. So we know that our job is to write expressions. We're only using one variable. So we've already established that the thing that we don't know first is how much money Sarah spent. So that, of course, is our first let statement. We're going to have let M equal amount of money that Sarah spent. The next one, we know that Manny spent half as much. Well, half means that we're dividing something by 2. And remember, we're in 7th grade, so we write division like this, M divided by 2. It should look like a fraction. I know some of you are still inclined to use that division symbol, and while it's still correct, this is the appropriate way to do it. While you're moving on to algebra, in the very near future, you need to be writing things correctly. So that's M over 2, or M divided by 2, and that, of course, is the amount of money that Manny spent. And finally, we have Ashley spent 16 more than Manny. So we know we're going to start with Manny's, which is M divided by 2. M divided by 2. $16 more. More means addition, so that's plus 16. And that's equal to the amount of money that Ashley spent. And we now have our 3 expressions. M is an expression, M divided by 2, and then M divided by 2 plus 16. Each of those are the 3 expressions that were required in the initial directions, and we wrote those using let statements. A let statement, again, describes what each of those expressions means. Very important for when we're referencing back. So the next thing we are told is that Sarah spent $53. Well, we know that we've got Sarah, Manny, and Ashley. Before we do anything, we're going to transfer over each of their expressions. Some of you are still not doing this part, and if you're taking notes on every one of them, we do this exactly the same way every single time. So write each person's name. Sarah's expression is M, Manny's is M divided by 2, and Ashley's is M divided by 2 plus 16. Every time we do the exact same procedure. And then before we do anything, we're going to write down what M is equal to. We've got this right here. This is what Sarah spent $53. M equals 53. We need to put a semicolon between the expression and indicate that M is equal to 53 every single time. Again, only that one variable seen throughout every expression is going to be applied every single time. So we start with Sarah. Sarah's is simple because it's only M, so that means that Sarah spent $53. We were given that, but it's where we should start. We've got our next one, 53 divided by 2. Now you'll notice I did not put the dollar signs here because those just get confusing. Those are labels. We put those on at the end. So 53 divided by 2. Well, let's stop and think about this for a moment. We know that 53, if we break that down, is 50. We should know that half of 50, if I'm working this out over here, I'll give myself some little workspace here. Half of 50 is 25, right? And then half of 3 I should know is $1.50. I can add those together and get $26.50. So I know that Manny spent $26.50. And then finally we have Ashley. Again, we're substituting in. We've got 53 divided by 2 plus 16. We've already done our work for 53 divided by 2. We know that that's 2650. I have to show all of my work. I can't leave out any of these steps. Because if I do a computational error, I want somebody to be able to at least give me credit for what I showed. So $26.50 plus $16. Well, if I think this through, I've got 26 plus 10 is $36.50. Plus another 6, well 36 plus 6 more, that's going to give me $42.50. So now I know that Sarah spent $53, Manny spent $26.50, and Ashley spent $42.50.